Weddings around the world have either been canceled or moved to a later date because of the pandemic. But some couples aren't letting the virus stop them celebrate their big day. The Valley Today's Abby Furchner has more on how one local couple decided to go through with their wedding. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Jordan. It has to be devastating to hear that your wedding will no longer happen. But instead of letting it shake them, Britta and Ryan Kockelman decided to get creative and use social media to their advantage. Ryan and Britta's wedding was supposed to be on May 24th, but COVID-19 had other plans.
I was super sad when we were kind of anticipating having this conversation with our parents and just seeing the trajectory of how this coronavirus was supposed to be spreading, and I was super, super upset.
After talking about what their options could be, they decided to go through with the ceremony and move their wedding date up to April 11th, with guests welcome to attend through Facebook Live.
Our pastor who did the ceremony had like a tripod you could put a phone on, and like I have like the iPhone XR one, so the camera's like super good, and then we like mounted that on there. And we're like, we'll see who tunes in.
Instead of having to worry about a 400-person guest list, over 1,000 people were able to watch.
I have friends who live like overseas, like in Europe and other countries, and they're commenting and talking about watching it, and they're messaging me, and I'm like, they would not have gotten to be there. So it was actually really cool that they got to watch it.
But one moment Britta was looking forward to most was having their first dance as a married couple. Knowing this, Ryan made sure to make this unexpected day even more memorable.
We had booked the White House & Co. It's like a rental company in town. They have a really cute warehouse. And when Ryan and I arrived, there were like a bunch of candles all lit up in a circle on the floor. Ryan took me over and he was like, you were sad you weren't going to get to have a first dance. So I wanted to make that happen. And then we had our first dance and our photographer got to capture it. So it was really special and really sweet.
A wedding they never thought they would have, becoming a day they'll never forget. And to make things even more special, they have kept all of their wedding plans for next spring. They've decided that they're going to have a vow renewal and then also have that reception to celebrate with their friends too. So I think this is just such a great idea. And what I love too, Jordan, is Ryan told me, he said, even though they were upset and they obviously wanted all their loved ones there, they remembered that the wedding wasn't about the party, but that it was between him and Britta. So I thought it was just so sweet. I think this is just a great idea.
Abby, I didn't know I was going to need a Kleenex this morning because this is like happy crying. Oh my gosh, that's the most amazing
I know.
thing.
When I watched the Facebook Live video, I was like, okay, I'm okay. It's going to be okay.
I'm not crying, you're crying. So what was it like to talk to them, though? I mean, they just seemed like the best couple.
Oh my gosh, I was so just blown away by the love that you could see between them. Like you could kind of tell that they may have been a little nervous, and so they just kept looking at each other for that comfort, and they were just smiling ear to ear, just knowing that they got to get married 20 days before they actually were going to. So to them, this was not a bad decision. They were not regretting it in the slightest. They were just so happy to be together now, and I thought that was just so special.
Celebrating love, it's really the best thing. Abby Furchner, thank you for that. Great story on this Friday morning. Let's